Hello and welcome to the 2023 Heart of America Athletic Conference Softball Media Day. I am your host, Reagan Harold at NAISB, home of independent NAIA softball coverage. Today, we are joined by head softball coach of the Park University Pirates, Lindsay Derry and Adriana Soleri. Coach and Adriana, thank you so much for joining us today. How's it going?
Hey, thanks. Thanks for having us.
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Coach, let's start with you. Tell us about Adriana and how much she means to the Pirate program.
You know, we rely a lot on AD. That's what we call her, AD. She's the heart of our pitching staff for the last, what year are we going on?
I'm on 5.
Okay, yeah. We've relied on her for a lot of innings. We've relied on her leadership. I know a lot of the younger voices on all of the teams that we've had since AD's been here. They look to her for guidance. And so, yeah, she's a big piece to our program and has been.
Awesome. Adriana, let's hear a little bit about you. What's your major and what's your hometown?
I'm from Independence, Missouri, which is about 30 minutes away from Parkville, where we play every day. I'm a biology major. I played my COVID year because I wanted to play another season. So I'm a 5th-year senior is what I like to say.
Nice.
But yeah.
Awesome. Just quick question. How far are y'all from Jefferson City, Missouri?
Oh, I'd say a couple hours,
Yeah.
2.5, maybe something like that. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if y'all are close. Before I went to Weber, I went to a school in Jefferson City. But anyways, back to the regular scheduled program. Adriana, tell us a little bit about your softball journey and when and how did you end up getting to Park?
So I played since I was 4. I love the game. I love playing every day. I kind of have a funny story. I actually was committed to a different school for about a year. And then we got a new player on my competitive team. Her name was Hannah. We became close, and she was like, "Yo, have you ever thought about going to Park?" And I was like, "Not really. I'm already committed. I stopped looking, whatever." And she goes, "Well, my cousin is the coach there. She's gonna come out and just see you play, whatever." And I was like, "Okay." So she comes out, and rest is history. I was like, "No, I'm gonna make the switch. I don't want to go to my original school." Park was a little closer to home. It just felt a little bit better, and here I am.
Absolutely. And it looks like it's worked out great for you. So coming into 2023, are we going to have any changes to a walkout song for you?
I change my walkouts every year.
Do we have one in store yet, or are we still workshopping it?
I'm still working on it. I don't know. I'm getting a feel for a few of them.
All right. Can you give us a little preview? Maybe we got a few finalists ready to go.
One of my favorite songs and always gets me pumped is it's like, "I look good." I don't know.
I think I know who's talking about. I'm not going to sing it. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but
I can't either.
All right. Well, how was the fall season for y'all though? And what are you looking forward to most to getting back out there in the near future for the Pirates?
I think the fall season went really good. A lot of us, our bats came alive or scored a lot of runs. I felt great pitching. Me and my catcher have a really great bond. I love throwing to her, so I felt good out there. I'm really excited just to do the same thing this spring. I know we have a lot of potential. We have a great team, and I'm just really excited to see what happens.
Yes, ma'am. And Coach, what about you? What are you looking forward to after seeing some stuff from this fall season?
Like AD mentioned, the bats really came alive. We were swinging it loose, seeing the ball really well. So that was really encouraging. When you can hit the ball well and you're squaring it up nice, scoring runs and then flipping it over to the defensive side, it just, makes things a lot easier. So that was really nice to see over the fall season. We've got a great group of returners, but a very talented incoming group as well. So I think between the two, it'll be very complimentary, and that's really what we're looking for in this spring season. So
awesome. I mean, Coach, sticking with you, your team has completed several upgrades to the softball facility recently. For fans that haven't seen them, can you just tell us some of the things you're most excited about the new upgrades, and what are some, new toys that you've gotten that you're ready to play with for the Pirate softball team?
Yeah, absolutely. This was kind of been an ongoing work in progress. We had a lot of ideas floating around and how we really wanted to transform the complex down there. So a lot of brains got together and we were able to come up with ripping out all the old chain link, We got in a new backstop. The netting system turned out really, really great. And the 2 dugouts that we have now, total 180 of what we were in. They're, really spacious. So that was really great, with all the equipment and stuff you're hauling in there. And then it's weird to get excited, but we got brand new dirt on the surface. So that makes, all the difference. It really does. But I gotta, shout out to our grounds crew. Those guys, they put in a lot of hours, and the field doesn't look the way it does without them. We try to do our part before and after practice here and there, but those guys, they do a really awesome job. So we're really thankful for them helping us out on that. But
Yeah, grounds crew, just one of the many unsung heroes for athletics at every level. Adriana, what about you? How excited are you and your teammates for the upgrades?
Oh, we're pumped, especially I know our pitching crew, we got a new mound. It sounds ridiculous, but we got that nice clay, so I can't dig into it as bad, and I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about the team that will be on that newish dirt. Let's talk about the 2023 squad. Coach, who are some key players coming back from last year? And why not? Let's start in the circle with Adriana.
yeah, absolutely. AD, she's coming back and having, let's hope the best, 5th year we can get out of her. We're going to rely on her with her arm in the circle. Looking around the infield, we've got 2 returning middle infielders, and both offensively and defensively. Macy and Hallie did some really great work on the infield as well as their bats in the lineup. And, just looking at the returning status, we've got a few other holes to fill, and we're working on that every day. And I think that creates a really competitive atmosphere in terms of what that offensive lineup looks like. And out of all of it, I think more than anything, this is going to be a dangerous team. And I'm really excited to see what happens come middle of February for that first game.
Absolutely. What about any newcomers come in that you think could impact the Pirates lineup or pitching staff immediately?
Sure. We've got a transfer that came in, Lauren Feeney. We're really excited about her. She came in from Drury and into the pitching circle. We're excited to see her get into motion, especially out of the fall season. We were able to get some innings in and get some work put in. So we're really excited to see what her spring holds. So.
Absolutely. And we talk a little bit more about this 2023. I think you are one of those teams that we could see make a really big jump. What will it take for y'all to make those steps forward and climb into that upper echelon, along with like Grandview and CMU in the Hart Conference in 2023?
This is a really great conference, coached by some very, very talented individuals. And with that being said, for us, we had our first team meeting yesterday, first workouts this morning. And a thing we talk a lot about is confidence, whether it's mentally, physically. This is a very demanding sport built around pressure. You're going to fail. And so, we talk about those things every day. But I think for us, I mentioned it earlier, that complementary softball is going to have to be our key going into it. If we can pitch and complement it with some really good hits, for us, complementary softball, I think is going to be the key in making a run this spring.
Absolutely. Adriana, let's hear a little bit more from you, and let's talk about what I think is a huge part of any sport, especially a team sport. It's the team chemistry. And what's the chemistry like with the Pirate squad?
I think our chemistry this year is really good. This whole year, we spend a lot of time together. We're in practice, almost all day. And so it's hard to kind of get past, seeing each other and getting to the point where you want to see more of each other. But I think this year, we've done a few team bonding activities already. A lot of us all get along. We haven't really had, the girl drama. Everything's been really good. And so I'm pretty excited about the season. Everybody gets along. I think once we get a few practices under our belt, we'll all be working together. And I think our chemistry is really good, and it could take us a long way.
Also, let's talk about some of those chemistry building activities. What are some of your favorite memories that you've had so far playing for Park?
Man, there's so many. We have to do team study hall hours. And so a lot of us go at the same time, and admittedly, we don't get a lot of studying done. But I think a lot of us in there, that's when all of us hang out. We do get some stuff done, but most of the time we're all just talking. We're talking about our days, talking about our weekends. And it's just I think a lot of bonding has honestly happened in study hall. And then we've done like team dinners, we've had team like game nights, and that's always fun. Just to kind of get out of like the school setting, and we go to somebody's apartment, and that's always fun too. So
Awesome. Coach, your team won the inaugural Hart Sportsmanship Award last season for the sport of softball. What does that mean to you and your program? And what are some ways that your team gives back to the community?
Sure. That was a really great award. I think it speaks to the type of kids that we have on our team and at this school. And so I was really proud of our team for earning that. We stress a lot about what you're doing off the field and how you present yourself, every day, whether it's in the classroom or in your community. Some things that we do every Christmas, we team up with actually our athletic trainer, Janie Klumpers. Her and her family have been big advocates and really big in the rugby community over at St. Thomas Aquinas. And so we actually kind of all pair up together and do this Adopt a Family event through the Don Bosco organization and stuff. So that's a really cool thing to kind of see play out through, that Christmas time. We've done Platte Senior Citizen Cleanup Day before, Casey Pet Project, and helped at the animal shelter. So those are just to name a few things, but I think it's really good to give back to the community, and our girls are diving in head first for that kind of stuff. So they do a nice job with it.
Absolutely. I'll end with a question for the both of y'all. Same question. Adriana, though, I'll start with you. Just tell us about your experience competing in the Hart Conference. Obviously, lots of great coaches and players in the Hart. Just tell us a little bit about what it's like with such tough competition.
I think it's been, like you said, it is tough competition. And I started as a freshman, we came in and I was on the AMC, and that was also a tough conference. But I think making it to the Hart, like what I've noticed from a pitching standpoint is the hitters are just so much more aggressive, and they, you have to really like pitch away from their strengths. And it's like every batter that comes up is always going to be a tough hitter. So I think that's been my biggest takeaway, is just like, there's no easy teams and there's no easy players. So you have to come ready every pitch.
Absolutely. And Coach, what about you?
Yeah, Adriana hit it right there. This is a tough conference that makes for really fun, competitive softball, and that's what we want to see out of this game.
Right.
So I can definitely appreciate that, but it's always fun to have that opportunity to go out and play, among the best schools and the best softball teams, best coaches, really from a national level. They just do such a great job, and I'm really excited that, Park University is part of this conference in that regard. So, yeah.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great year. Can't wait for Heart of America softball, Pirates softball. Now, I got to leave this with one thing, and this is the complete and honest truth. There are so many great logos in the NAIA, but if I was drafting it and it was starting with 1-1, it'd be tough to go against the Park Pirates logo. Amazing, awesome logo. Coach Derry, Adriana, thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck this season.
Thanks for having me.